trail runners, welcome back to Chasing Gold. We're talking to some of the top athletes at this year's Javelina 100, chasing those golden tickets to the 2024 Western States 100. Today, we're talking to Riley Brady. They are 28 years old, lives in Boulder, Colorado, ran their first ultra back in 2013 at the New Jersey Ultra Fest 50K, where they placed fifth in 450. They're a bike mechanic and coach with Uplift Running, and currently looking for sponsors. Riley, welcome to the show.
Hi, Jamil. Thanks for having me on.
Really excited to chat with you ahead of this year's race. Made a huge splash last year at Javelina 100, grabbing one of those golden tickets and then heading into Western States. Curious to hear a little bit about not only your incredible race last year, but also Western States this summer.
Yeah. So last year at Javelina, things went almost as well as they could have gone for me. I had a few little snafus early on in the day, but overall, like, nutrition was clicking, my legs were feeling good, and I was actually able to keep a really consistent pace throughout the duration of the race, which I was very happy with. And then Western was about a total 180 from that. My stomach was feeling pretty bad starting very early, and just never really seemed to improve. I was doing a lot of vomiting on the side of the trail, worse than I ever have in a race before. So Western was a tough day, but I was still pretty happy to, be at that race and get to soak up all of the good vibes that are out there.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure, just pushing on and getting it done is still probably a win in your books.
Yeah, I definitely would have liked to have felt a little better on the day, but it never really crossed my mind to not finish. Like, even though I was moving slowly, I was still moving, so get it done.
Absolutely. It looks like you did a tune-up race heading into Javelina. I'm curious, since Western, how has your training been going? How are you feeling heading into this year's event?
Yeah, so after Western, I actually felt pretty good. I think because I hadn't been able to really run to my potential, I was able to bounce back really quickly. So I was very happy with that. But then I got really sick, I think 2 weeks after Western, with food poisoning that took me out for over a week. It was not fun. And then I had a couple good weeks of training, and then I had a bad fall and landed on my ribs. And that took me out of training for a few more weeks. So not totally smooth sailing right after Western, but since then I feel like training has just really been clicking. Things have been going really well. No little niggles that I've had to worry about. So I feel really good about that.
Nice. That's really great to hear. Heading into Javelina for the second time, did you take any lessons from last year, things you're going to do differently, or because it went so well, you're going to kind of try and repeat what you did last year?
I'm going to try and repeat all the things that did go really well. I'd like to run faster than last year, but I have made a few tweaks to my nutrition, so hopefully I'll be getting in a little bit more calories, and hopefully my stomach's going to stay calm this time. That would be ideal.
Could you go a little bit more into your nutrition plan for the race?
Yeah, so I'm going to be using GU Roctane drink mix. So I like that that's pretty high calorie, and the Summit tea flavor basically tastes like nothing, which is what I like. So I'm going to be using that in both of my bottles. And then I'm going to be using SIS gels, probably a mix of the beta fuel and the salted strawberry flavor. Both of those seem to go down really, really well for me. So I'm going to try and stay within those. I've got a few contingencies if things go wrong, but that's been working very well recently. So I'm going to stick with that.
Nice. Looking ahead, kind of big picture goals for you in the sport, getting back to Western States at the top of the list right now for you?
Yeah, definitely. I really want to get back there and have a better day. I do also want to kind of race Javelina on its own terms, though. Like, I think it's a great course to try and run a really fast 100 on. So I'm also pretty excited about that. But long-term goal, Western is definitely number one priority for me right now.
Nice. That's awesome. Looking at your gear for the race, are you doing anything different than last year?
I think gear is pretty similar. I'm planning on wearing the same shirt, same shorts, same pack, probably same hat and sunglasses. I am doing different shoes. Last year I ran in the Hoka Zanal, which I do still really like that shoe. This year I'm going to be running in the Nike Ultrafly. I just think it's a little bit better energy return, I think.
Awesome. Well, with that being said, we are going to move into our 10-question fartlek round. Riley, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Awesome. Well, we just touched on the first one. What sneakers you'll be wearing? Sounds like the Nike Ultraflies.
That's the plan.
All right. Will you be listening to music or podcasts during the race?
I think I actually am going to listen to music.
Nice. At what age did you stop trick-or-treating?
Oh, maybe 12, I want to say, but I've been reverse trick-or-treating my entire adult life. So giving candy out, it's a big deal in my hometown.
Awesome. Love it. What costume will you be wearing next weekend?
So I don't think I'm going to run in a costume, but I am considering dressing up as Killian from the Unbreakable era. TBD.
Nice. We'll keep an eye out. If you had to fuel your entire race on candy, what type would you pick?
Candy corn, 100%.
Oh, man. I feel like that's maybe a controversial take, but I love it. Breakfast on race day. Are you team bagel or team oatmeal?
Oh, bagel. I think oatmeal is disgusting.
If you could choose a walkout song, what would it be?
Oh, God. This might also be a controversial one, but Should Have Been a Cowboy by Toby Keith.
All right. I don't think we've had a country selection yet. Best hallucination at an endurance event?
I don't know that I've had like a full-on true hallucination, but I frequently see like frogs jumping off to the side of the trail when it's just shadows and those like dusky hours. So it's not that exciting, but it's all I got.
All right. If you could recommend any running-related item to a new runner, what would it be?
Probably a hydration pack, a Solomon hydration pack. I think that those are like the pinnacle of hydration packs and nothing compares. So it changed my running life. So that would definitely be my recommendations.
Nice. And final question, what place are you finishing at the 2023 Javelina 100?
I'd like to win, but you know, anything can happen.
All right, we'll keep an eye out. Riley, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to chat with us today. Looking forward to seeing you in the desert next week.
Yeah, looking forward to being there. Thanks.
All right, safe travels. See ya.